I know you're a leader and there are a lot of complaints, and I think I'm among people who raised the complaints to your office about this issue of e-voting. You know, I'm a victim. Yeah, so I'm going to begin with you. Tell us about this process. Yeah, thank you so much.
Moderator, I think what I can possibly say about these elections is that it is just hypocrisy, because for crying out loud, you've opened the campus for students to flock in, and then out of the blue you want to put in place e-voting. I think that is hypocrisy of the highest order. If your arguments are, if your reasoning is that we really need to control the impact of COVID or the spread of COVID-19, it is a good way. It's a good way. I just want to posit this to you. I want to challenge you that just go through the entrances of Makerere. Go to the western gate, eastern gate, main gate, and enter. They are not going to stop you, even if you don't have a mask put on. So once you have students flocking in, even the lecture rooms, you have students who attend lectures minus wearing face masks. So I think this is hypocrisy of the highest order. Elections which are going to be online are not going to be impactful. You are going to actually gag the election process. You are restricting people's rights. Trust me, not everyone is going to be online. Not everyone. Not everyone is going to be online on the voting day. You told us you were disappointed last semester when you tried running for a certain position, whereby you could call your voters, please come and vote for me, please log into this and vote for me. And the students were giving excuses. You know, I don't have data, you know, my network is disturbing, I don't know how to log in. So if you have all those kind of weaknesses in the process, then the election is going to be not far away from a sham election. So we really need to up the game. I think this kind of politics in Makerere are just hypocrisy. At this level, we should look at how we can improve the voting system, not chase away voters, because the new system is going to chase away voters. Trust me. You can take the incidence of last year's voting or last semester's voting, whereby students actually gave up. You know, a few. We are over 40,000 students at Makerere. Now, look at the number that turned up for voting. Just look at the number. It is a clear tale that it is evident that people are disgusted. The system is disgusting. Look at, just ignore the elections. Look at the learning process after COVID struck us. You know, the university opted for a blended system of learning. Now, in a class whereby you have around 120 people, let me take, for instance, our class, the journalism class, we're around 120 people. Now, in a lecture, you can find that only 20 people attend the lecture. Now, that is yet with the lectures which really contributes to the part of the learning. So, what about elections which are negligible? Do you think students will go there to vote? These are questions which I think we need to grapple with. We need to ask these uncomfortable questions. Once we don't find answers to them, then we can't yield any change, because we really need to learn from our mistakes. We didn't have a participation of students in the other elections. What caused it? If it's that the system of voting is the problem, what have we solved? Do we have tangible solutions on ground? I think when we ask these uncomfortable questions, then we can look for the answers. So what they can do, we really need to sit down as a university and identify the weaknesses, how we can improve voting. Voting, even with the COVID-19 cases in Uganda, people were able to go and vote physically. So if we can have the country at that level whereby we can vote physically, why not the university, which the number is low? So we can do something meaningful. I believe this kind of e-voting style is just hypocrisy. You can't let students have lectures without masks. They crowd without social distancing. They can't even sanitize their hands. They can't follow these procedures which are aimed at curbing the spread. Students don't follow. Now once you have that kind of environment where people are behaving towards that, and then you tell them all of a sudden we are having e-voting basically to prevent